I'm going to be covering exactly what one of my clients did to get 17 pounds off with no cardio in 3 months. And she's over 50, very busy, ate more food, did all the things, even worked out at home. So I'm going to show you exactly what she did. But here's the thing.
I was not supposed to be successful. Hey there, Casey Ship here, fitness model, hormone expert, and a master energy healer. I help goal-oriented women clear out the reason why nothing has worked and finally step into their purpose and get everything they've ever wanted.
A lot of you are busy entrepreneurs, corporate, you're busy women, you're already in my program, and you're kind of like, I don't really have time to go through videos and hours to watch this, or the coaching calls, I'm not able to get on those at a certain time. So those of you that are like that, you need to be doing the private work with me, the one-on-one. That's what this lady did, and I'm going to share with you like what we did. This is for anybody. You don't even have to be like over 50 or anything. And it says here, lost 17 pounds, reduced body fat by 4%. She's got some really nice legs. I mean, she looks like she reversed the aging process, truly. And she's not even done. This is just 3 months. We increased her daily intake and carb consumption by 400. We now eat over 225 grams of carbs. She has flexibility in her diet, and she achieved these results with simple home workouts. Now, here's the deal. This is not her first rodeo. She has done many, many, many diets before, many diets. And when she came to us, she actually said the reason she bought in and did the private with me, she said, Casey, I knew it was mindset. Like, I knew that your program was different because of mindset. So I'm going to share with you kind of what we did, and I'm going to show you her hormones as well. So remember, simple home workouts. A lot of people that don't have energy, and maybe they're aging or whatever, you just don't have any energy, you can scale back on workouts. Like, truly, you can scale back. The workouts that she did they were in the Hot Body app. And you need to choose the one either at home, some kind of dumbbells, bands, even body weight. Like EMOM workouts are my fave. They're like 15, 20-minute workouts. She increased her calories. Like, you have to do that. And also previously she struggled with binge eating. She would get triggered. She would get into some kind of spiral and emotionally eat. Anyone else? Or just when anything got off, she would turn to food. And that was a big thing. All these other programs, I think she had done Optavia. I think that's how you say it. All of these things. And nothing was working, and it would work, and then she would lose, but something was off, and she knew it was mindset. So here's what we focused on. This isn't just weight loss. This is like, look at those legs. I'm just saying, like, that's like body fat gone. But here's what I want you to know. Mindset. And this is with every woman. Every woman that I talk to has the same thing going on most of the time. Look at this. Look how her TSH went down, 207 to 0.93, okay, 0.093. And look, if you want the exact hormone accelerator that we use here, I just posted it in my IG story. But if you want it, I think I also tagged and posted it inside of the free community. If you want to put your blood work there, you can. But you can see great, amazing improvements. Now, here's the thing. She knows a lot about health. This is not her first rodeo. And you're like, look, how in 3 months did this lady go from this to that? And, the TSH is better, like T4 free, T3 reverse, like everything is better. Everything. How's that possible? And here's what we did. Mindset work. And she knew it was mindset. That's the first thing you're going to have to be okay with if you want to work with me. Because a lot of you are in the programs, you're already working with me, and you're doing, whether it's fit hormones, whether it's mastermind or whatever, but you're just still like, God, you're going through the stuff. You're not able to get on the coaching calls. It would just be nice to have somebody to reach out to. It would be nice to be able to message me. It would be nice to say, Casey, like, here's what's going on. Here's where I'm at today. My mind is going this way, or I feel this way, or whatever. What's going on? If that's you, that's how she was. She knew she needed one-to-one. So first, she acknowledged that she knew she needed one-to-one. Okay. Next thing she acknowledged and knew is the mindset. She goes, I knew there was something with mindset. And as you know, we handle things at the root. Nervous system. I used to say it was a trauma-informed approach. However, I still like that word, but I'm going to tell you this right now and be straight up. I wouldn't buy my program. If you put trauma-informed in there, like, I wouldn't buy the program. I mean, I just wouldn't do it. Even if you said, mindset, I help you lose weight by fixing your mindset. I help you lose weight by this. Like, I still wouldn't buy it. So when I used to put trauma-informed in everything that I have, if you look at my old stuff, I'd be like, it's trauma-informed fitness. And I did get a lot of people from that, but you know who I attracted? People who had a lot of trauma, and that was their identity. The identity was they loved working on themselves. They loved just doing so much of the healing work. And listen, it is required. It is. But what would happen is it's that victim state. I noticed that I was attracting a lot of women who didn't believe in themselves, truly didn't. This lady believes in herself. She knows what she needs. See the difference? She didn't come here because she's like, hey, I have trauma and I have all this and whatever. It's a different mindset. So that's why I stopped saying I have a trauma-informed program, is because while trauma-informed, I'll be straight up, if the programs that you're in, the business offers, the money offers, the health offers, anything you're paying for, if it doesn't have an energetics or trauma-informed approach, like, I don't want it. But would I buy a weight loss program or a fitness program that was trauma-informed? No. I would buy it, however, if I said something like fitness program for woo-woos or fitness program for those that are looking to, like, if you put some kind of like feminine type word on there, maybe like manifesting your best body or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to do marketing, but this is not a marketing session right now. But I'm just getting to the point of what she did was acknowledge that it was a mindset issue, a nervous system issue. Okay. She didn't have the label of, I have so much trauma. We all do. But it's the ones who identify as that. It's a slippery slope. And I've stopped saying that I'm a trauma-informed approach because of that. Flow, not force, right? It's the feminine versus wounded masculine and the need to control everything so that we feel safe, which is a trauma response. But anyway, so what she did, besides increasing her calories, scaling it back, this woman bared all. She was so vulnerable. She was so honest. She put it out there. She did one-on-one with me, because you get way faster results when you do that. When you have the ability to message me and say, here's what I am feeling, and you get insight. And she immediately said, like, I've never felt this before. I've never experienced this before. But she was willing to get uncomfortable and be vulnerable. She was willing to be vulnerable because, listen, I'll be straight up with you. I have no reason to lie. I've been doing this for 15 years. And the pain that I'm growing through right now is I can see everything. Like, when you just type to me, I pick up on your energy. I know exactly what you're going through. I see your highest soul's potential. I see all the blocks. I see everything. My gifts have gotten so much more potent because I wanted to. Okay. But this is what makes this woman get this result. And everybody else looks at her and goes, why did she get those results and I didn't? Okay. So we're getting to that. So I was talking to my team today and I said, the problem is that I can feel and see everything. The problem is that the human part in the struggle and telling me one thing when I know damn good and well it's a lie, and they're people pleasing and they've got all these things. Well, just fix, my hormones. And I'm like, yeah, but what about your codependency issues? What about your enabling, people pleasing, avoidant attachment style? Like, what about victim identity? Like, what about your wounded feminine? What about your over nurturing? What about your toxic enmeshment? Like, and everybody likes to say these days, narcissist and, all this. To attract a narcissist, you've got to be an egoist. You've got to be an enabler. You've got to not have any personal power. You've got to not have any self-worth. You've got to not have boundaries. So it takes two to tango to get into a relationship with a narcissist. How do I know? I've been there. And there comes a time when you step out of that identity. Look, I'm wounded from so-and-so. Drop it. And a lot of people don't like me for that. It is true. And a lot of people don't like the truth. So the problem I'm facing right now is that I see a world of women in pain with their bodies. They don't like how it's going. The doctors aren't giving them any answers. They're doing all these little onesie-twosie programs. Some of them are signed up with me. It's like, you need that breakthrough. You need that soul healing. You need that soul upgrade, right? But the pain in me is like, God, some of them just, they don't understand. They're not, it's like their pineal gland's just not open or something. I don't know. They're not aware. They're not awake. I can't describe it anymore. I'm like, how do you not see this as an identity? How do you not see this thing as this? And I do this with myself all the time. Anything that I'm looking at in my life, I'm like, well, where in me is this? And where am I tolerating this? What is the new story that I'm choosing an identity? This woman that you're seeing here, these nice legs were created by, yes, she showed up to do the work, but it wasn't hard work. The hard work this woman did was being vulnerable. She upgraded to work with me. Most women will not do that. They're scared of me. They're scared of what they'll find out. They're scared of, do I belong to be here with Casey? They're scared to do that or pay for it. But she did 30 days. We're moving on 60 days right now with me. Nobody talks about that, what we do here. She's very vulnerable. She tells me what's going on in her emotions. She's very aware, and we work on the soul and the mindset and the nervous system. That's what we're doing. That's what she did. And that's what you get. We have that inside of our containers. If you're tired of watching the videos, the coaching calls and all that, pay to upgrade. pay to work with me privately for 30 days and watch what happens. Y'all know what happens when we do just one call. And this doesn't even have to be, with me. If you're working another program, pay to work with the person and watch what happens. But you've got to be vulnerable. So that's the missing piece, is vulnerability. Saying, hey, here's how I'm feeling today. Because your feelings and emotions are the reason why she would binge eat. Her feelings and emotions are the reason why she would do the things she was doing and get on these diets and it not work. So what did she do? And I just showed you her improved blood work. Everything across the board improved. She's down 17 pounds in 90 days, 4% body fat down. She's not like we did. We didn't do any cardio. We eased into her workout. She ate more food. How did she do it? She sat with a lot of discomfort. This woman, I watched her trembling towards the cliff. And she told me, she goes, I am shaking. But she sat through it and she got through it. And we did it together. The second you upgrade, the second you say yes to this type of work, things will shift. You know why? Because you showed up for yourself. And you're not doing it. I won't work with a disempowered woman who sits there and doesn't believe in themselves. I was just talking to another private client that I had tonight. And I was like, it's incredible. I've worked with her since 2019. She's gone on and off and she's back on. She did a full year with me and she's coming back in, flying in tomorrow. She said she's excelling in everything, y'all. Her career is just, I'm talking CEOs are approaching her. She's stepping up in leadership. She's getting healthy. She stopped drinking. She was a low-key alcoholic, but kind of lied about it. Kind of like, oh, I just socially, whatever. Life has changed forever. Why? Because she's open and vulnerable to this work. So you can keep on doing the surface level little cutesy stuff. But what this woman did and what the women that you see, not the women of our old stuff, because listen, I said this, it's not impressive. I'm not impressed with your little, like, oh, they did this for this long. Like, what impresses me is when she can hold it, maintain it through life. Like, show me where you're at in 5 years. The work that this woman is doing right here, she's going to always know, even if she gets off track, because we all do. She's going to always know what needs to happen to get back on. Always know how to tap back into soul. Always know how to regulate. Always know how to go within to find the answers. And always know how to access the accountability and support. You cannot do this alone sometimes. I don't. When I try to do this alone, it's hellish. But yeah, the pain for me right now is I see the soul. I feel the soul. I can see everything, the potential, the blocks, and everything. That's the pain. And I'm like, of course I'm right about this. Like, of course it is. You know what I mean? So until you are okay with seeing that you are a spiritual being in a physical body, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, until you are okay with addressing your feminine wounds, your lived experiences and the beliefs you tell yourself and the thoughts that you think, and until you're willing to flare it up and you're triggered, are you going to respond? Are you going to like freak out and do what you've always done? Immature? Or are you going to be like, what is this? What is this telling me? Hey, you seem to know what you're talking about. What does this mean? So emotional intelligence, energetics. I was posting about this the other day, like going to eat food and you're telling yourself that it's not good, or I don't want to get fat, or you're obsessing about the food. Like, that energy is going into your body. Uncertainty, doubt, devil's food, negative. It's going into your body. What do you think is going to create? What kind of body do you think is going to be created with that energy? So you have to be aware of your thoughts and your beliefs. This is real, and it's now scientifically backed, thank God, because so many people would want to throw shade and say, oh, they're just talking that. Well, this is real. And the people that actually say that are really, really just afraid of it. That's it. So this woman here, I know that a lot of you are like, what did she do? She worked with me personally. And everybody else that wanted to know what she did, they did not work with me privately. She did one-on-one coaching with our fitness coach, and she worked with me privately. That's it. And she was willing to be vulnerable. She shared with me. She still shares with me. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm going through. This is triggering me. This is triggering. Okay, and she does the work. That's it. I was telling one of my clients, I was like, I don't know what's going on. It's like business and marketing and just the difference in the shift of people that we are attracting, because I am changing and I'm just like, I can't do it anymore. If I see one more lady saying that she wants to do this, but she's literally avoiding the thing that she needs to do to get healthy, like, she's got to say no to this person. She needs to say no to that lady coming over to her house today. She's got to learn boundaries. She's got to drop her people-pleasing things. She's got to heal her money blocks. She's got to she's got to learn how to feel worthy. She's got to know her value. She's got to know her voice, her self-expression, her power. She's got to learn to trust herself. If you don't do any of those things, How do you expect to build a phenomenal body and keep it? And better yet, for those of you who struggled and you've done the things and you've yo-yoed and you've done all this stuff, like, and you're stuck, it's because there is a stuck belief in the field. There's something in the identity that is not willing to be shifted. You have to change your brain. You have to create new neural pathways. It is not easy. It is not easy to be it's just like an addict when they go and they get stressed out or it hits 5 o'clock and they want a beer or some wine because they want some dopamine. You've got to stop and go, what is making me want to do this? And make a decision to not do it, but not just like stuff this down. You've got to know how to sit with your emotions, how to do these things. That's what we have in Resilient as Fuck, in Clear My Shit, in all of the programs that I have. There's these tools that over the 18 years I've been doing mindset work, personal growth, soul healing, Reiki, and all the weird stuff, man. I've been doing it. And it's gotten me to this point. And I know I'm sitting here with no makeup on, my hair's kind of looking this way, but we're changing lives. You know, I'm witnessing miracles. So we're doing something right. And the body stuff is a science. So it's easy. Losing weight, balancing your hormones. Y'all, that's so easy. The hard part is what this lady did. It was being brave, working with me privately, and being very vulnerable, and being willing to sit with some discomfort, and willing to open up and actually make the change, and actually set boundaries with herself, and actually work on building her confidence, and actually going within and doing the journal work, actually sitting and creating creating the life she wants instead of being a victim to it. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you. We went over her hormones. I showed you hormones, how she improved them. Her body obviously here banging, and we're just now getting started. But yeah, if you're working with me and you're like, you know what, I don't have a lot of time, I want faster results, just go directly to the source, work with me. Just know that if you're busy and you've been doing all this stuff, you're ready to do this type of work and work on the mindset and work on these patterns and creating new neural pathways so that you can become the person that can have this type of result and keep it and have resiliency and a healthy nervous system and be able to hold the energy of your future self. I got you. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.